Hi, I'm going to try and keep this video short, but I really hope that it conveys the enthusiasm I have for this unique tool that is available to fellow shluchim or to directors of other institutions of nonprofits, charities, etc., known as Charidy.com. It's not just a website, and it's not a crowdfunding option or a quick way to process credit cards. It really is a unique tool that is available to us and really across the entire spectrum of what it is that we're trying to do when we are raising funds. In our case, here at Chabad Bethesda, relatively new shliach, I really feel that I haven't yet to develop my fundraising acumen, so it's not fundraising is not my forte, and yet we were able to successfully run a $200,000 campaign, and I believe that is really because I had charity as the catalyst when reaching out to individuals that can give large amounts of money, or major donors, by approaching them to be matchers for the charity campaign. I was able to ask from them amounts that I otherwise would never have been able to ask of them, because I was coming to them and asking them to be part of something really big, something really unique, something different. There was going to be two other individuals. I needed a specific amount because that specific amount was going to help us accomplish a tremendous amount and an ambitious project here. They were interested, they were intrigued, and then as the process happened, they became extremely enthusiastic. They became partners to the effort, which, besides for the fact that it fostered goodwill with them, it also did something else in the sense that giving to the charity campaign was giving in a completely different vein than they usually give, which allows me to come to them in the future and ask for funds, because I do not believe what they've pledged for the charity campaign will affect their future giving in the same way as if I had just come to them and asked them for a large amount of money. And so they became part of the process. They owned the project. They became almost as enthusiastic as I was about what we were doing here. And then in terms of the individuals that give that last quarter, the micro donors, which are the regular individuals that are part of your community, the truth is, both on a quantitative scale and on a qualitative scale, I saw an exponential growth in what it is that we were receiving. People that would otherwise give $18 to $36 because they saw their numbers quadruple, because it was part of this big and exciting project, because they saw what others, colleagues and friends were giving. They were going from 18 to 36 to 180 and $360, and they were thanking me for giving. It's subconscious almost, but when they would finish on the phone or whatever it is, they would say thank you. I wasn't schnorring from them. I was allowing them to be part of this really unique and special program and activity, and they were excited. Many of them told me they were staying up at night watching the bar kind of climb higher and higher. The second the campaign was over, before I sent out an email or a Facebook update that we had reached our goal, I was receiving phone calls and emails and texts from individuals because they had been watching it all along, and they were along with us for the ride over here. It also brought out individuals that hadn't given in 5 to 10 years, but this was a unique opportunity, something special. And so people that haven't been giving in forever were giving, and were giving very substantial amounts of money. And also, it ended up reaching people that I would never have otherwise been able to reach, because people in our community, donors, were reaching out to their family and their friends because they were so enthusiastic. They were so part of this program that they were reaching out to people in different states and different countries, people that otherwise would never have given to our Chabad Center, people that weren't even Jewish. And they were giving as part of, in a certain sense, the enthusiasm that they were receiving from members of our community. And so what Charidy did is open up completely new horizons, and in those new horizons produced amounts that otherwise we would never have been able to achieve. And besides for the financial aspect and the dollar signs, the dollar amount, this really kind of fostered, this was almost a community building event in and of itself, in the sense that everybody was involved, everybody was engaged, people were talking to each other, and it really brought a fire out into the community that was amazing to see and experience. And for myself and my wife, that in a sense running the campaign, it created just a drive and an excitement that otherwise we would not have been able to have. And so all in all, pluses across the board. Besides the fact that it ends up becoming an extremely convenient way to tabulate the funds, because it all comes, it's already been processed for you. You have a spreadsheet of every individual who's given. They receive the receipt right away. You know who you have to reach out and thank, etc. So many intangibles beyond just receiving or raising a large amount of money in a short amount of time. So I can't say enough for what Charidy is. My one recommendation to everybody is follow the process. Again, it's more than just a tool or a website. It is a process, and if it's done correctly, the benefits that it can yield is something that you really don't appreciate until you do it. So 2 thumbs up. If I had more, I would offer more thumbs for the Charidy campaign, and highly recommend it to every shliach.